Yeah, so what's up, guys? Already we discussed in the previous videos how your idea is most probably wrong and no one's gonna steal your idea. So, in this video, we're gonna discuss okay, cool, but how do you actually go about working on an idea? That's the topic of this video. So, the first thing you wanna do is document the idea, write the idea down clearly and how you see it. Now, most probably it's just a raw idea, and there are leaps of faith you're making, leaps of imaginations you're making that have no base in reality. So just do it, no problem. Just write your whole raw idea on a copy. Second, you start learning the field. You start web surfing. You need to find out if there's someone else working on an idea on that idea as well, or what the current research on that field is, or are you able to understand and derive the formulas of that particular topic you're working. You need to actually learn those things. Do it. I know it's hard to work and you have to do it. It's probably gonna be a lonely journey, and that is how you actually know if your idea is right or wrong. And not just that, what you have to do is, after learning, sit down and refine your ideas constantly based on what you've learned. And you'll find that this refining process is actually hard because now you have to make sense of all your ideas based on real mathematical terms or based on the existing theories, which is a lot of hard and deep work. Now, what works for me is that I used to wake up at like 6 a.m. ready to work for 2 or 3 hours, or maybe I keep a separate slot in the evening to work on that idea. Now, that's not how it worked. I basically procrastinated in these 2 or 3 hours, and this is what happens because so now the learning of the field and deeply thinking about the idea, that's actually like 90% of the work, and it's not easy work. It's deep, hard work that requires a lot of energy and time. So I was guilty of this too. I thought I'd just a lot 1 or 2 hours randomly in the day to work on the idea. That's not how it works, because you're basically going to just procrastinate that slot, because that time is not enough to either do deep learning, nor it is to actually think deeply. 1 hour is like nothing. So you actually need to allot at least 3 or 4 hours. Wake up at 4 a.m. and just after waking up, no, you don't do any morning routines, you don't do nothing. All you have to do is wake up, just go to your desk, which already has the things that you need. Maybe it's a laptop or just some copies. And another thing I want to point out about getting up early is you might see yourself waking up at random times. Now, I want to generally wake up at sharp 4 a.m. But as your body is adapting, you might see your body waking up at random times, 3:50, 3:45, 3:42. Now now this is where it gets tricky, because I might think that I should get those extra 20 or 30 minutes of sleep because that's healthy. Right? I'm already getting less sleep, which is I'm already getting less sleep of 4 or 5 hours, which I do make up in the afternoon by sleeping 4 hours more, or just wake up or just sleep early in the night. But the thing is, you might see yourself waking up at random times, and once you actually sleep in, now you're not gonna get up at 4 a.m. You might wake up at 6 or 7 a.m., and all that time is lost. So, if your body randomly gets up one day at 3:50 or 3:30, and you think to yourself, should I go to sleep or should I just wake up? Trust me, the best thing to do is to wake up. Just wake up, bro. You know those extra 20-30 minutes are not worth the risk. So now, you've put in the hours, you put in the work, you refine your idea. Now, as you're refining your ideas, you will see you have real, serious questions that you can't find answers to in the Google. And this is where the professor or the people who can actually help you come. You might think that the professor is just bland, he doesn't know how to teach, he doesn't have any interest in life or the subject. But that's wrong. He just thinks that students aren't just interested, so I'm not gonna waste my time on them. But once you actually start studying the field and you have like real deep interesting questions about the field that you can't find answers to in Google, and you ask those questions to a professor, you might see that he actually is really interested in answering those questions. Now now once once you actually start doing research, and once you actually start doing learning and research in that field, now when you ask questions, you're gonna sound serious, you're gonna sound someone who knows what they're talking about. And this will actually help not just you in finding answers to your serious questions, but the professor is gonna take more interest in your idea now. And now, because of all that learning, you will ask very specific questions about the field without sharing your idea. So there is no risk of professor accidentally getting another inspiration, and you can keep that idea all to yourself and work on that all for yourself. So yeah, this is how you do it. You actually learn. Now the thing is Now, the thing is that most of the times, once you actually start learning, the only thing you're gonna discover is how wrong your idea was. Which, which I know hurts, but it's fun. That is what honest scientific inquiry is all about.